Another offer that we had a couple of times. Weizong. How many of the spheres? That was let me look at the numbers again, sorry. 2499 was the last time we had Weizong. Oh, like around 90 SPs ago. The multiple planets that like move, and we find out that like they are listening, they're dancing. Yes, that was cute. I really enjoyed that one. Okay, wait, so that was the previous one. This one is called The Collective Consciousness of Arthur H. Jones. Okay, let's see what this is all about, and I hope my eyes calm down. Okay. Way too much shit open, I realize. Yeah, it does. Oh, no. Okay, Euclid. The contained procedures, SCP-2588 instances 1 through 23 are currently held at Site 118 in separate standard humanoid containment units. SCP-2588 instances should not be allowed within 5... Always thinking it's important. Or maybe I'm just... Okay, this time it wasn't a message, I just imagined it. SCP-2588 instances should not be allowed within 5 meters of each other except under controlled testing conditions. Testing with more than 8 instances of SCP-2588 at a single time requires approval by the Containment Wing Director, currently Dr. Sonia Oland. Testing with -1 requires written approval from the Containment Wing Director and the Site Director. Acquisition of further instances of SCP-2588 is currently rated as medium priority. Given the small chance of SCP-2588 instances coming into contact with each other among the civilian population, any leads relating to SCP-2588 should be reported to the Project Director. Weekly medical examination of all SCP-2588 instances are critical to ensure the continued health of all specimens and to avoid unanticipated transfers of SCP-2588. Along these lines, immunosuppressant drugs consistent with those administered following organ transplant surgeries should be administered to all specimens. Should medical personnel determine that an SCP-2588 instance is likely to expire, D-Class personnel should be deployed to accompany said SCP-2588 instances until expiration. Description: SCP-2588 is an anomalous collection of body parts and organs once belonging to a reality-bending individual named Arthur Harold Jones. Okay. SCP-2588's primary anomalous properties manifest itself in various body parts and organs of at least 23 individuals, ranging from the brain-1 to the left arm-13 or the liver-18. It is unknown how many more instances of SCP-2588 exist that are currently uncontained, but major body parts not under current Foundation control include the right leg, pancreas, and left eye. Kind of reminds me of Osiris from Egyptian mythology, how like he got cut apart and his body got spread all around. Similarity between these effects and that observed in SCP-1582 has been noted. Research into whether they are variations of the same anomalous effect is ongoing. Over time, individuals possessing SCP-2588 instances will experience rapid changes in the composition of said instances to match the original condition and structure of the organ once possessed by Arthur Jones at the time of his death. This process is expedited if there are more SCP-2588 instances present near the individual, and even more so if -1 is near the new instance of SCP-2588. The exact range for this is unknown, but has tentatively been established to be roughly 5 meters in distance. The changes in composition of SCP-2588 instances end with organs that are nearly identical to the condition of said organs of the original Arthur Jones. For instance, previously healthy livers will degrade to the point of possessing the same severe cirrhosis that Arthur Jones possessed due to his extreme alcoholism. Why does this sound familiar? Wasn't there another SCP where like the organs went worse to the estate of the original organ? Said changes in structure and composition are known to cause severe pain for the individual possessing the SCP-2588 instance. In addition, host individuals will over time experience extreme mental degradation to the degree where the host individual is largely vegetative, yet still capable of movement and loss of memory, both recollection and formation of new memories. When an individual possessing any instance of SCP-2588 expires, often due to symptoms similar to organ rejection, the closest individual who does not already possess an instance of SCP-2588 will become the new host of the SCP-2588 instance. Gotcha. If 2 instances of SCP-2588 are present in an individual at one time, achieved through a traditional organ transplantation, then both instances may be transferred to the same individual, though this is not guaranteed. Okay. SCP-2588 secondary anomalous property occurs when multiple instances of the anomaly are brought near each other, within the 5-meter range outlined above. This ability causes SCP-2588 instances to act autonomously from the host body. The more instances of SCP-2588 that are brought near each other, the more extreme these actions become. Whereas 2 instances may only cause involuntary muscle spasms, 8 or more can cause complete independence of action for the affected body part and the inability to be controlled by the host body, depending on the specific instance brought together. Moreover, proximity seems to accelerate the process of mental degradation noted above. Of particular note is the instance designated -1, the body part corresponding to the brain of the original Jones. My nose is itchy. Very itchy. Has been noted to be able to accelerate the process of restructuring of SCP-2588 instances, as well as increase the degree to which nearby SCP-2588 instances can act independently. Moreover, -1 is capable of active planning and will, when fully developed, possess the same degree of intelligence as the original subject, though it does not share the individual's anomalous properties of reality manipulation. -1 is also capable of directly influencing the actions of other instances of the anomaly. While normal instances may exhibit action consistent with that of the original body of Arthur Jones, such as nervous tics and other actions, only -1 has been demonstrated as capable of actively orchestrating complex action of other SCP-2588 instances, including developing new actions and behaviors. SCP-2588's final anomalous property only activates in the presence of -1 and at least 13 other instances of the anomaly. When this occurs, the anomaly will exhibit total control over the formerly independent host bodies. Hosts will proceed to remove by any means necessary the SCP-2588 instances present in their bodies and implant them in the host containing SCP-1. It is believed to have the end goal of reconstructing the body of Arthur Jones, though the process has never been fully seen through the completion. The only time that this was partially successful is documented below in the acquisition report. Acquisition report: SCP-2588 formerly referred to the original host, Arthur Jones, a reality-bending individual under Foundation control. SCP-2588 escaped during an external containment breach caused by a raid on the facility containing the anomaly. During recapture, the individual was terminated due to the danger that it presented, and the inability of the containment team to capture the individual in a non-lethal way. SCP-2588 resurfaced approximately 8 months later, following reports of a minor reality-bending individual. Containment teams arriving at the house believed that to be the source of a reality-bending events discovered 14 bodies in a partially reconstructed SCP-2588. SCP-2588 was terminated after an executive decision was made, causing the instance to be transferred to the 5 members of the containment team, leading to the Foundation acquisition of the reclassified SCP-2588. Incident report 5th 23rd 2011. At the time of this incident, one individual host possessed -1 or -5, the vocal cords and lungs. Roundabout. I just watched JoJo today with a friend. -13, the left arm, and -14, the right arm, were present on another individual. The following is as a transcript of the interview conducted by the former project director, Dr. Julio Marquez, with the individuals listed above. -1 communicates with the other individuals possessing -5. Okay. -1. Good afternoon. Afternoon, Doctor. I presume that by this point your original host memories are largely gone. Mostly. A few childhood memories here and there that won't go away. Soon enough I'll be me again. And who is me? Arthur Harold Jones. How much do you remember? Most of it. I was 28. Oh wait. Okay. Well, deep voice. I was 28 when I died the first time. The first time. Yeah, the first time. I've had a lot of time since then, Doctor. But you know what they say. First time's the hardest. At this point, -1 begins laughing, but is stopped by a coughing fit. SCP-2588's lungs were heavily damaged by years of habitual smoking. I see. And how did your present state arise? You mean me doing the whole zombie song and dance? Not pretty, huh? I thought the same thing, but you get what you wish for, I guess. What do you mean? You see, Dr. Marquez, with people like me, you learn to be careful about what you want at a very young age. If you think too hard about something you want, it'll actually happen. If I want a burger real bad, I can think one into existence. Now we get pretty good at managing this for most of our lives. This was all fine and dandy until I got in trouble with you folks. You mean your escape attempt? Bingo! You boys fucked me up pretty good. But you know what I remember the most as I was laying there, bleeding out? You know what's this one thing in common that we humans have with every kind of animal from a rat to an elephant? Dash 13 smacks the table, while Dash 14 clenches a fist. None of us want to die. In the last tiny moment before you cross over to the other side, I can tell you that you don't want to go. You don't want to die yet. You feel small, tiny, and pathetic, but dying seems so unfair and so wrong. And in that moment, there's nothing in the world that you want more than to be alive. And wanting something that badly, especially when you were as fucked up as me, now that's a dangerous thing for people like me. And your wish resulted in your present condition? That's one way of putting it. You're well calm for someone who has died repeatedly. Oh, believe me, you can't even comprehend how much I fucking hate all of you. And I mean that with the warmest regards, Dr. Marquez. But you and I, see, we're kind of the same position. We both want the same thing. And that is, we both want me gone. Dead. Kaput. You see, I want to live so badly that I did this shit to myself, but I'm not alive. Not really. I'm in this purgatory limbo zombie land where I'm scattered around the world, so that last wish of mine isn't going to be fulfilled until I can get myself back into one piece, more or less. And once that's done, I can kill myself and get it all over with already. But why would you want to die after all that effort? You want to know how I feel, Doctor? You want to know what it's like being me? Tell me. I remember it all of it. The moment I died the first time, because it's the moment that my body keeps trying to put itself back together for. When your hidden sniper blew my brain out from half a mile away, and your fucking Black Ops commandos or whatever the fuck they broke down my door and riddled me with bullets, I can remember every single detail. And I feel it. It's like fire in my veins. Like someone is carving my skin off with a rusty butter knife. The knife never fucking stops because this isn't purgatory, this is hell. Everybody's sobbing at this point. Do you know what it's like, Doctor? Do you know what it's like being able to feel myself scattered across dozens of people? You know what it's like to feel this transformation happening over and over again? Do you know what it's like to crack open a man's skull as he fades away and to feel his regrets and his fear? You know what it's like to see those same thoughts that I had right before I died? Everyone shudders. I can never forget this. I need you to kill me. Because I can't bear this pain anymore. Because every moment I breathe is agony for lungs that feel like they're full of holes. And every thought hurts because I can barely feel anything that's not the memory of dying or suffering or pain. Because every time I die again, it just gets added to the pile and I can't live with this anymore. Kill me. Please. Following this report, Dr. Marquez filled a request for neutralization, knowing that it was the Foundation who had technically caused the current status of SCP-2588. After a vote of the O5 Council, the request was denied by a vote of 9-4. O54 wrote the following majority opinion. That is, not okay. Huh. Regarding the neutralization request for SCP-2588. I understand Dr. Marquez's concern and genuine belief that we could permanently contain SCP-2588. I will remind the doctor that the original SCP-2588 was a noted career criminal and a diagnosed patient dealing with antisocial personality disorder. In layman terms, SCP-2588 was a psychopathic serial killer who also murdered no fewer than 8 Foundation agents during his initial containment. There is nothing that suggests to me that SCP-2588 will keep its word in promising self-termination. The ethical conundrum here is, in the opinion of the O5 Council, secondary to the risks that enabling the choice of an anomaly would entail. Request denied. That actually is a pretty good point. That is a pretty good point. If it is a psychological serial killer, psychopathic serial killer, psychopathic serial killer, then it is a fair point to make that, like, how do we know he's actually, once we get all these body parts together, he's not just going to cause some other reality bending bullshit that will, because he also says he hates us all, so And we know he's not just gonna, you know, kill all of us the moment his whole body is back together. Very fair point, O5. Very fair point. For one moment I thought you actually were being your usual asshole self, but actually this time I agree. I agree. It's probably not a good idea. Because if he then kills everybody in the Foundation, who knows what he's gonna do with his powers. It's too risky. Good thinking.